What is going on, everybody out there? It's November 30th, 2016, and I hope everyone's doing well. Thought I would hit you guys with a part 2 stretching and mobility workout video, upper body edition. Somebody actually asked me to do a video since the lower body hip stretching and mobility video got such a good response. Somebody wanted to see my upper body routine, so decided I would just go ahead and take out the camera and demonstrate a couple of movements that I like to do before and after workouts. I feel like just like the lower body, the upper body needs to be treated just as well. Stretching is vital to prevent injury. A lot of guys and girls tend to have issues with their shoulders, and as you can see, I have a resistance band here. This band doesn't have a lot of resistance to it, so I kind of have to wrap it around my hands just to add resistance to it, because if you do these exercises with a band that doesn't have a lot of resistance or a lot of slack, then you may not be able to reap the benefits from it. So I'm just starting out with a couple of rotations going around the body just to push blood into the shoulders, because like I said, I know a lot of males and females struggle with shoulder issues, whether it be rotary cuff issues, injuries prior to exercise, whatever the case may be. You may not be injured at all. You may just be experiencing tightness around the shoulders and the traps, the back of the shoulder blades, so on and so forth. So I feel like doing warm-ups like this will prevent you from getting injured in the first place. You know what I'm saying? Because once you get hurt, you pretty much put yourself out of commission, okay? So don't just go to the gym and just jump straight into your sets. I think that's crazy. I remember doing that years ago, and I honestly believe that I'm reaping what I did, when I was younger, because I have issues in my right shoulder. I don't think anything is torn, but I just think that there's some issues going on up in there that require me to give some extra attention to before I start doing any type of pressing movements, whether it be indirect shoulder work or chest work or anything of that nature. So I'll spend time doing this, about 5 minutes before I start pressing, and then I'll get straight into my workout. So I have a 5-pound dumbbell here, and this right here is a rotation movement designed to loosen up the rotary cuff. A lot of guys, they'll do these exercises, and then they'll do the ones where they do the motion from the side. You plant your elbow towards your torso and move the dumbbell to the side, which is fine. I mean, you can do that as well, but you can also add this right here into your routine, okay? Because I've seen countless times that many people will come to the gym and they won't warm up. They'll just jump right into OHP or seated dumbbell press or military press or whatever the case may be, and they won't do any type of mobility work to warm up. This one right here it's warming up the anterior delt. If you don't know what that is, it's pretty much the front head of the shoulder. You have 3 different heads to your shoulder: your anterior, your medial, and your posterior. Your medial is the side delt, and your posterior is the deltoid in the back of your shoulders, okay? Here is just a basic stretch I like to do for the lats. Sometimes I'll do this in between sets of pull downs or rows, or before I do my back exercises at all. I usually hold these movements anywhere from 10 to 15 seconds, just like I instructed y'all to do with the stretching and hip mobility leg routine that I posted last week. So don't really recommend stretching over 20 seconds. I mean, at that point it kind of becomes pointless. So we're moving on to a chest stretch. So actually, this is a chest and a shoulder stretch, and I don't really have a name for it. I guess we can call it put your hands up, hands against the wall. I like to do both arms, and then I'll do a single arm session as well, because isolation work is pretty important, because I preach isolation work when it comes to exercise, and I also do it in my stretching as well. You can't do everything together. You know, you have to let body parts do their own thing sometimes, because sometimes we may have a side that is more dominant than the other. So I believe it's vital and essential for us to give our body parts undivided attention. This is again another variation of stretching out the pecs and the shoulders. Again, holding it for about 10 to 15 seconds. And like I said in the beginning of the video, you can do this before a workout or at the end of your workout. So I encourage you to probably try to do it, pre and post. But if you're more advanced, then I'm pretty sure you know what works for you most. And I'm going back to the band. Again, this band doesn't have a lot of resistance. If you're dealing with a band that doesn't have a lot of resistance, make sure that you're stepping out far enough away from the band to add resistance. And this is the same thing I just did, but just with a longer stride. Arm going across the chest, contracting the inner pec as I go out, contracting the shoulders. And we're almost done. We're going to move on to the last movement. And this is a rear delt mobility movement. It kind of looks like something that you would do on the pec deck, like reverse pec deck flies. But we're using a resistance band. So after all of this, my delts are pretty full of blood. And the chest is pumped and the back is as well. So I'll be ready to go to get into my heavy sets, and really shouldn't worry about getting hurt, because the more blood you have in your muscle, the better before you train. And most importantly, H2O. Your chances of getting hurt are pretty high if you're dehydrated. So make sure that you're drinking water prior to your training. And that's going to do it for this video. I hope this helped y'all out. Thanks for watching. Peace.